The room was eerily silent as the sisters approached the mysterious gift box that had appeared on their doorstep. One sister, dark-skinned and calm, felt a strange pull at her chest, a sense that this box held more than just ordinary gifts. Her white-skinned twin, bratty and impatient, scoffed. "Seriously? Another one of your silly games." But as the black-skinned sister carefully lifted the lid, a soft golden glow escaped, flickering across their faces. The air thickened, and the faint sound of a distant melody whispered secrets only the heart could hear. Each gift inside the box promised to reveal a truth, a lesson about themselves, lessons they never thought they needed. Little did they know, this night would change everything. The black-skinned sister reached the first gift, her fingers trembling slightly, not with fear but anticipation. The white-skinned sister crossed her arms, tapping her foot impatiently, her eyes narrowing as if daring the other to open it first. Inside the box lay a small, intricately carved music box. When the black-skinned sister wounded it, a soft melody floated into the room, delicate and haunting, filling every corner with memories long forgotten. She closed her eyes, letting the tune wash over her, recalling moments of laughter shared, secrets whispered and kindness given without expectation. Her sister, annoyed at the delay, snatched the music box, twisting the key herself. The melody played, but this time she felt the faint sting of nostalgia she tried to ignore. For a fleeting moment, the bratty girl remembered the times her sister had stood by her, forgiving her careless words, shielding her from consequences. She quickly shook off the feeling, but the warmth lingered, a subtle reminder that her heart wasn't as closed as she thought. The next gift was a tiny journal, bound in soft leather. Inside, each page shimmered faintly, revealing notes and reflections tailored for the black-skinned sister. She read aloud. "Your empathy is your strength. Never let anger cloud your judgment." The words resonated deep within her. She realized that patience and kindness had always been her guiding light, even when her sister had tested her limits. The bratty twin rolled her eyes again, muttering under her breath, but a tiny spark of curiosity flickered in her gaze. Finally, the heaviest gift awaited them, wrapped in deep crimson paper. The black-skinned sister hesitated, sensing a significance beyond the physical weight. She tore the paper open to reveal a mirror, but this was no ordinary mirror. As both sisters peered into it, it reflected not their appearances, but their hearts. She saw her own patience and generosity, and in the reflection of her sister, the white-skinned girl, the truth was unavoidable: pride, impatience, and harshness that had caused friction and distance. For the first time, the bratty sister felt exposed, a vulnerability she had never acknowledged. The black-skinned sister reached out, gently brushing her hand against her sister's. Hesitation, shock, and the faintest smile crossed her twin's face. The mirror hadn't just reflected their emotions. It had opened a doorway to understanding. The room, once tense, now glowed with silent realization. The gifts were not just objects. They were mirrors of the soul, each revealing lessons about themselves, lessons neither sister would forget. The black-skinned sister sat quietly, her mind replaying the mirror's revelation. She glanced at her white-skinned twin, whose arms were still crossed, but her eyes betrayed a flicker of unease. The next gift lay in a box, smaller and unassuming, a delicate locket. As the black-skinned sister opened it, a warm, golden light poured out, illuminating the sisters' faces. Inside, an inscription read, "The way you see others is a reflection of yourself." The black-skinned sister held it close, feeling the truth in those words. She had always tried to see the good in her sister, even when treated poorly, because she believed in the power of compassion. The white-skinned twin, however, felt a strange heaviness in her chest. The locket's glow seemed to force her to confront her own selfishness, the moments she had belittled and dismissed, the times she had hurt others for her amusement. She looked away, but the warmth of the locket lingered, seeping into her heart like sunlight through a stormy sky. Next came a small envelope, sealed with a golden sticker. The black-skinned sister carefully unfolded it, revealing a handwritten letter addressed to both of them. As she read aloud, the words resonated with an almost magical clarity. "Every action you take, every word you speak, shapes the bond you share. Choose love, patience, and understanding. They will guide you when the world tests you. Her sister listened, the bratty exterior beginning to crack. A soft sigh escaped her, and for the first time, she admitted silently that she had taken her sister's unwavering love for granted. The final gift was a tiny, ornate hourglass. Sand trickled slowly, a reminder that time was fleeting and moments were precious. The black-skinned sister held it reverently, understanding that patience and love require continual effort. The white-skinned twin stared at it, and in the quiet reflection, she saw her impatience and pride dissolving, replaced by a newfound awareness of her actions. The sisters locked eyes, and in that moment, a silent agreement passed between them. Change wasn't instantaneous, but the path had begun. As the night deepened, the sisters lingered around the empty gift box, now just a container for the lessons they had absorbed. The black-skinned sister reached for her sister's hand again, this time met with an unguarded squeeze. No words were necessary. The gifts had spoken for them. Through small gestures and quiet realizations, the bratty sister felt the first stirrings of empathy and humility. And the kind sister, patient as ever, smiled softly, knowing that understanding sometimes took time, but always began with awareness. By the time the last candle flickered out, both sisters had learned that the greatest gifts were never material. They were the truths they discovered within themselves and the bond they chose to nurture. Life often presents us with challenges in the form of lessons, subtle at first, but profound when we take the time to notice them. The story of the two sisters and their mysterious gift box illustrates a universal truth. The greatest gifts are not material objects, but the lessons they reveal about ourselves. Each gift they open symbolizes a reflection of their hearts, a mirror showing strengths, weaknesses, and the paths they needed to take to grow. The black-skinned sister, with her calm, empathetic nature, embodied patience, understanding, and the quiet power of kindness. Her white-skinned twin, initially bratty and impatient, struggled with pride, selfishness, and a lack of self-awareness. Yet, through the process of opening each gift, both were given a chance to confront their true selves, to reflect, and ultimately, to evolve. The first lesson lies in self-awareness. The gifts reveal that understanding who we are, our virtues and our flaws, is a first step toward meaningful change. The black-skinned sister recognized her own capacity for empathy, realizing that patience and kindness were not weaknesses, but strengths that could influence others positively. The bratty sister, meanwhile, faced uncomfortable truths about her pride and impatience, truths she had long ignored. This moment of awareness is essential in every human journey. When we honestly confront our behavior, we create opportunities for growth and stronger relationships. The second lesson is the power of reflection and empathy. True empathy comes from seeing beyond surface behavior and understanding the emotions and intentions of others. The black-skinned sister's consistent kindness highlighted this principle. By choosing to respond with patience rather than anger, she influenced her twin's perspective. The bratty sister began to see not just her own faults, but also the effort and love her sister had consistently shown. Life often tests our ability to empathize, especially with those who frustrate us. But the story reminds us that empathy has the power to heal, to mend strained bonds, and to create understanding where there was conflict. The third lesson is about time and conscious effort. The hourglass gift symbolizes a fleeting nature time and the importance of using it wisely. Change doesn't happen instantly. Relationships require care, patience, and deliberate actions. The sisters learned that even small steps toward understanding and humility can create profound transformations over time. The story encourages us to value moments, to act with intention, and to recognize that growth is a journey rather than a destination. Ultimately, the moral of this tale is clear. The most valuable lessons come from self-reflection, empathy, and conscious choices. True wealth lies not in material possessions, but in the wisdom we gain about ourselves and the love we cultivate with others. By confronting flaws, embracing kindness, and nurturing relationships, we create hearts capable of connection, growth, and enduring harmony. Just like the sisters, every individual can learn, evolve, and transform by looking within, understanding themselves, and allowing love and empathy to guide their actions. Remember, life's greatest gifts are hidden in moments that encourage reflection, challenge our egos, and inspire change. Pay attention to them. They may be small, quiet, and mysterious, but their lessons are timeless, shaping the person you become and the bonds you cherish.